Yo, it's your boy Bacon. You're now listening to Joe on the Maxallotment podcast. Shut the fuck up and drink your beer.
So here we go. This is going to be a one-on-one episode with Justin Cross from Earn Your Booze. Just him and I talking shit back and forth, drinking. Right now I'm sipping some Business Ethics.
Nice.
Right.
Where's
This
that
is
from?
this is the glass from the Shop Beer Company.
Nice.
Can't see it because of the fucking glare. But anyway, the sun's crazy in Arizona. It kills everything, even light.
That's
Um,
right.
it does. It just kills it does. But I want to talk to Justin. Basically, Justin is, and I listen. I'll call you the fucking president of the United States. I always fuck up people's titles when I do this, right? So, what is your official title when it comes to Earn Your Booze?
Founder and CEO.
Okay, founder, CEO of Earn Your Booze. He's over the past 4 years, 3 years. This is how long have you been?
About 3 years now.
3 years. The locally in Arizona, it's been booming, and now from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing on Instagram, I'm seeing in social media in general, everybody and their mother across the nation is pretty much all about the Earn Your Booze life. So let me start with a basic toss-up type of question.
Sure.
Let's talk about the new merch. So I'm wearing the IPA Earn It shirt.
Yep. I
Um,
got the IPA Earn It tank on.
Yep.
Yep.
So tell me about the new merch. Yeah, I can go list them off, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah. So we started with Earn Your Booze because booze is everything from beer, wine, spirits, mead, White Claw, whatever you drink. If it's alcoholic, it's booze, right? So that's what we started with. And then we kind of like moving forward, we're like, all right, we want to expand into other areas. I was a brewer, still am a brewer, like absolutely love beer and the whole beer life. So
Mm-hmm.
we're like, okay, we need some beer. But we also need some whiskey. Tequila's awesome. Brunch is great. Donuts are great. All these things. So we basically went and secured every single trademark we could think of for Earn Your whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we came out with the merchandise with some of our, what we think are like some of the most fun and popular ones. So now we have like the one you're wearing and I'm wearing, IPA Earn It.
Mm-hmm.
We did the same style with whiskey, brunch, and tequila. And then we also, for our friends that maybe don't drink or people that, expand a little bit, Earn Your Donuts, Earn Your Tacos, Earn Your Wine as well.
Mm-hmm.
So basically started off with those things. And we were planning on making our own apparel in-house in about 6 months.
Okay.
But, business is business, right?
Mm-hmm.
That plan kind of got grenaded by some outside forces. And now we make it all, as of last month, all in-house now in Phoenix. So
Okay.
literally in this room where I'm sitting right now. So, we do T-shirts, tank tops, and crop tops and hats that are good for the gym. They're good for the bar, the brewery, for whatever, weekend, where to work out in town. We're just trying to, it's a reminder,
Yep.
have fun, work out however you like to work out, move your ass however you like to do it, but then be proud of whatever you're drinking, beer, wine, spirits, anything. And that's what our brand's about. So that's why we make merch.
You know what's funny about you say about the whole it's fun to wear anywhere, reminder, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I actually wore my original Earn Your Boo shirt to Fry's the other day, supermarket. And randomly people were like, fuck yeah, or you know what, like I don't have to do shit, I just drink or whatever. And I forget that I'm wearing the shirt.
Right.
And they're like talking directly to me, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Oh, my shirt. Okay, now it takes a moment for me to register that they're actually reading my shirt, and they're either agreeing with it or they're like, "I do what I want."
Because it's such a bold statement, on
Yeah.
purpose. Black and white, it's big. Earn your booze. I wore mine to Costco last night, and same thing happened. We're checking out, and the guy at the registers was like, "Yeah, man, I love that shirt." And I was like, I was talking to my wife because she was close. I was like, oh no, he's talking. Oh, sweet. It's a good conversation.
It just catches you off guard. And I'm your
Yeah.
typical New Yorker. Like, if you say something to me, I'm gonna look at you sideways and go, "I don't know you, man. Like, what are you talking about?" And then,
Right.
oh yeah, my shirt. Got it. I got it.
Okay, I guess we're cool.
I get where you're coming from now. So with that, there was a change. I think this. Oh, before I go any further, sorry, before I forget, I have a question about brunch.
Okay.
Of all the ones that are on there, brunch is the one that confuses me, and I can't figure out why. So you put brunch, Earn It. Why
Right.
of all the things is brunch on there? I need to know the story behind that.
So a lot of people will go out to brunch with their friends, right?
Uh-huh.
And sometimes there's food involved, but there's almost always booze and drinks involved, right?
Got it.
So
Okay.
a lot of the times you got to say we're going to go have brunch. That means you're going to go smash, 5 bottles of mimosas and bloody beers and whatever. At least I do when I go out to brunch. It was kind of like, and we were just really thinking of like, all right, what is like a good like social like meal thing here? So we have the earn your tacos because taco is like one of my favorite things ever, like tequila and tacos. I do that more than just Tuesday every week, And so when it came to brunch, we were like, that's a great market for not just ladies who love to go brunch, but just, people in general like to go out. And when it's for brunch, there's almost always booze involved. So get your ass and hike and move or run or whatever before you go brunch.
Okay. And I had this conversation with my lady yesterday. And I was like, I wonder what he meant by that. Like, what's the brunch? And, I get a lot of people go to brunch and everything else. And she mentioned the mimosas. And I was like, yeah, I get that. All right, maybe I can see where he's coming from with this. Hey, you wake up a little later than normal. I wake up normally at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. So anything after like 8 o'clock is late for me. And so, yeah, if you're going to fucking go eat, a shit ton of food and kill, a few glasses of mimosa, I get it. No, it makes sense. My bad. So totally understand.
And let's be real, like most brunch food is not like great food. Like you can go get a good breakfast, like fruit and stuff like that. But brunch, in my mind, is usually like hollandaise sauce, syrup all over everything, toast, pancakes,
chugging syrup.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're chasing it with all the good brunch drinks and shit like that. So.
Yeah, brunch is very much like that. Hey. It's not really lunch. It's not really breakfast. There's no rules. Let's fucking do whatever we want.
It's Sunday. I'm a little hungover from last night, so of course I'm gonna get that beer now. Like it's 9 a.m. Yeah, we're drinking. It's brunch.
Okay, that makes sense. Perfect. I get it. So with this change with your merch, I don't know if this happened to be the same timeline or if this is planned, but you started working on a more nutrition guide.
Yeah.
And so, you're a lot of the nutrition guide that you have. I can't remember the details around it 100%, but it was meant to be like an online guide for people who like to drink, who like to work out, and tell me how that came about. Like, what was where did that spark for you? Because when I see the Earn Your Booze, none of it came to me saying, "Oh, earn your booze, but make sure you eat your broccoli. Earn your booze, and make sure you're enjoying the salad." So, how did that come together?
Yeah. So what I'll ask you back real quick. Like, when you think of earn your booze, that means to you what? Movement, right? Sweating, lifting weights, shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is like the core. Everything that we are about at the core is movement. The body needs it. The muscles, the bones. Old people start to break down when they don't move, right?
Yep.
So the number one question that we get, like whenever we go to like beer festivals and set up a tent or we're selling at an event or whatever it is, people see the merch and they go, I love that. I'm getting that. And then they go, well, how do I earn my booze? So it's always how. So we talk about movement, and now we've been in business for 3 years now. So really this was a plan on day one, believe it or not. This company was called something else in the planning stages. It was called Brewtrition back in the day.
Wait. Say that one more time.
Brewtrition.
Mootrition?
No, brew, like beer.
Oh, Brewtrition. Okay, sorry. Brewtrition.
Yeah.
So Brewtrition. Okay, I can see that.
So, because I'm like I said, I moved out here to open a brewery. I'm a brewer. I just love beer. I just spent time in there. I went to SDSU for beer school, all that kind of stuff. So my mind in the very beginning was on beer, right? So we were going to start it as Brewtrition. One thing led to another, turned into Earn Your Booze. Well, now we've been doing this for 3 years. People get the movement thing. We do our events. We get people to get their ass moving. So now it's like, okay, the next really evolution of like, how can I continue to like step it up and continue to earn at a higher level? And, like maybe because like you got a great gym in your garage, right? Like you
no
kill
argument.
It.
No argument.
You kill us all the time. You kill it all the time, right? And so for people that are like, okay, I get this. This is great. Eventually people are like, okay, well, maybe I can do a little bit better. Maybe I can do a little bit more. And so we felt it was the right time, especially with all the COVID shutdown craziness going on, to get into, it's called nutritionfordrinkers.com.
That's your site or is that that's yours?
That's our site, yeah. So that's our landing page. So that's going to be updated. We're going to run these challenges every quarter. But we really when someone says, how do I earn my booze? Movement is our first answer. But there's a much bigger conversation. This is what we teach in that 30-day group of just like, if you imagine like your beer glass there, imagine that when it's full, that's your body full of toxins, not just from booze, but from maybe shitty meat that we eat or things you put on your skin, like everything. The body is always getting more toxins in it just from our environment, from shit, right?
Breathing,
so
everything. Yep.
In there, yeah, is like with movement and with like how to eat, how to drink, all that kind of stuff. You lower your body's toxicity levels and make room to fill that glass back up a little bit more with booze and shitty fun food like chicken wings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was really the intention behind it, was like for people that want to go further, they get the merch, they get the movement. Okay, well, what else can I do? And so that's what we do. We're teaching people in there basically how much. It's a customized thing. It's a big group. It's fun to be in there. You get a couple cocktail tutorials every week. We do a featured spirit or a beer every week. 4 people actually going on this week and doing some education. They contributed to the grand prize. And so we have a lot of liquor brands in there. We have Sagamore Rye Spirit. We have Una Vida Tequila. And then 4 Peaks came in for this one. So it's another way of like, okay, what else can I, Joe, do to maybe just turn up that earn dial just a little bit? That's kind of our answer.
So as you're talking about this, which I love, by the way, and I've been a fan of the Earn Your Boost since I heard about it. And then now that you're saying, hey, I'm going to teach you how to eat better while you drink whatever you want to drink. It sounds like you're going the route, and I could be thinking ahead or whatever, but it sounds like you're going the route of coaching, like fitness coaching almost. Is that like the plan? Is that the next 2-year plan, year plan,
so
whatever it is?
We're basically going to have, for the next couple of years, like 3 legs of the business. One is merchandise, right? Like, so these things that we came out now is only like a fraction of our trademarks and like our first design. So our apparel leg, we plan to grow that just enormous worldwide, and just have that thing going. Once events are allowed to happen again, we're going to be doing events. Like COVID completely ruined our business model before this.
Yeah.
We had events all over the country and down into Mexico planned for this year. So I was already supposed to be by now this year in like New Orleans, Miami, Denver, LA, like all over the place, and all that's gone. So events are going to come back. That'll be leg 2 of the business. And then leg 3 is going to be this nutrition for drinkers and their 30-day challenges. And we're not necessarily going to get into like, we're not going to do like any one-on-one coaching or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we have inside this group, we have a 2-star Michelin chef. We have nutritionists. We have our fitness director. We have a holistic health coach. And it's for people that just for 30 days, get in there. You learn how much to eat for your body and take what you want out of that group and, do whatever. Like if you want to lose some weight, just commit 30 days. It's not like a big personal trainer program that you got to sign up for forever and all that stuff. It's just come in here, learn everything you possibly can in 30 days, and you can continue if you want, or you high-five and get back to your new life after that.
Okay.
So those will be your 3 business legs.
Okay. Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So now that we're talking about nutrition, one of the things that I've read time and time again, with almost every fitness program that I've gotten into, I've looked into, I've read, whatever, alcohol seems to be the, hey, stay away from it. The empty calories, right?
Exactly.
Is that a myth? Is that something that in your experience, and everybody's different, right? So I'm not asking you to tell me how every human body works. Everybody's different. Everybody works a different way. But the whole empty calories thing and the whole, this is going to kill your entire week of working out or whatever it is. You seem to kind of go the opposite way of that. Again, with the on your booze kind of just says it in general.
Right.
How is somebody like myself, if I read this and now I'm hearing from you, how do I differentiate what makes sense and what I should actually, and you touched on it with the toxins. You said the toxins and everything else, which is what at the end of the day what we're trying to make sure we're not keeping.
Yeah.
So how do I, the novice, the novice drinker, the novice fitness person, how do I, the nutritionist, how do I differentiate what's good for me and what's not good for me based on what I want to drink, I want to eat, tacos, donuts, all that shit.
So that's exactly why we started Nutrition for Drinkers. It's for drinkers by drinkers, right? Because like you said, you can find endless information out there that say, from trainers or whatever, they say eat chicken, broccoli, rice, kale, no booze. I mean, like, that's like the standard, you know, but nobody wants to fucking do that. Like, for real. Like, nobody wants to do that. Even if you're getting on stage, that's still a very difficult, like 6, 7, 10, 12 months of eating like that. So to try to have the average person like us that wants to still drink and have chicken wings and pizza and all that, it's not going to fucking work. So that's why we started it, right? And so what we teach in there basically for the empty calories thing is, of course there's calories in beer. And the reason that we call them empty is because there's no nutritional value, right? So if you know during the day you're supposed to eat X amount of calories and protein and carbs and fats, and you fill up a lot of that stuff with just shit. Beer's not shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like
there is shitty beer out there, but yeah, we'll save that for another conversation.
But but you're like, that is essentially going to take up all that room where you're supposed to be getting your high quality proteins and carbs and everything, and that's what leads to just people feeling like shit. You get bloated, and you know, and you can't hold muscle and all that kind of stuff. So there is something to that, but that's like at the core of what we teach inside that group. And our holistic health coach is very, very good at breaking down how to track alcohol macros. And so every week, we have some really detailed surveys in that group every week, right? So if you came in there and say, I'll just make something up, but if you're like, I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle over the next 30 days. Okay, great. You fill in where you're at now, how much you're eating, kind of, you know, a lot of different questions to kind of learn about you. And then every week we say, okay, Joe, you need to eat 190 grams of protein, 200 of carbs, and, you know, whatever fat, stuff like that. And then we have a whole, like a sheet in there that shows you how to track alcohol macros, how to convert it to fat and what it's supposed to convert, how you convert it. And then you can literally be like, okay, I want to have 3 of those beers that you have on your table right there. I know it's a double IPA, and I know it has roughly this much stuff in it. And you can convert that in, and you can make that fit your macros. So at the end of the day, when you go to bed, you are still on track for what you were supposed to eat that day to either lose weight or gain weight or whatever. And you still got to have your drinks. So that's like kind of like our core secrets in that group is like, it's not just sweat and drink whatever you want and think you're going to be cool. Like that is at the core. Like, I mean, that works for a lot of people, but in here we actually show you scientifically how you can fit whiskey or wine or beer or whatever you want into your macros for the day and still stay on track and not just go off the deep end.
Yeah, no, that's a great explanation. I like that. I like the fact that you talked about converting it. So taking something and saying, hey, this is what I'm drinking. This is what's going down. You know, this is how it's going to play out. This is how it's going to work out for me at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, and it gets rid of all that gray area because, like, you know, that's why, like, that's another reason we started this is because nobody really acknowledges people like us that want to drink all the time, right? They basically say, like, oh, you want to sign up with me, chicken, broccoli, rice, no booze. And like, oh, but I want to drink. I want to have, you know, 3 drinks 4 nights a week. Or I want to have a lot more inside or whatever it is. They're like, oh, well, that's why we did this. Yeah. Because we're going to show you how to do that.
How important is, and this is a stupid question, but I want to ask it because I want to talk through it. But how important is mental health when making these changes?
I mean, it's pretty much everything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. Like mental health, like if you don't have your own, say your house in your head, like in order, that throws everything off, right? Your relationships, your body, what you eat, what you put in your body, how you treat yourself. So it is important. And especially right now, dude, with the world being so fucking upside down, like a lot of people struggling, right? You know, totally. Like people are out of work. People are drinking too much. They're not even able to get out and maybe go to the gym if they were so inclined to do it. It's a very difficult time for a lot of people. So it's, I think it's very important. I mean, without our mental health, like who cares how good of a shape you're in, you know, like.
And that's important, right? And the reason why I asked that question is because I wanted you to get to that point. A a lot of times I've done the crazy diets, right?
Yeah.
I've looked up, hey, this is what a bodybuilder eats for the next 2 weeks right before a competition. This
Right.
is what a fighter, MMA fighter, boxer, whomever is cutting weight. This is what they
Yeah.
eat to get down to a certain weight. And the opposite, this is what they do to gain weight,
Hmm.
right? So when you're losing weight and you're trying to cut weight or whatever it is, you're told cut this out, 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 and that fucks with your mind.
It really
Like
does,
you literally,
especially if you're following.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Especially if you're following something like for the quote unquote bodybuilders,
Hmm.
that shit is absolutely fucking terrible for your body. Like I have a buddy of mine that won like Mr. Arizona, I don't know, probably 10 years ago or so.
Hmm.
But he said like the week before and then the night he was on stage when he won and got
Hmm.
the big trophy, he said it was the worst he's ever felt in his life. Like
Mm.
he wasn't sure if he was gonna die or if he was just fucking super depressed. Like he felt like complete dog shit, but won best physique, right?
Yeah.
There's plenty of fucking really good in shape people
Hmm.
that kill themselves
Yeah.
or fucking or abuse whatever alcohol or drugs or whatever because they're not fucking happy.
Yeah.
So that's why and you'll see when you get to do our program, whether it's next quarter or whatever. We actually teamed up with a nutrition company called Nourish. Will's a really good friend of mine, lives in Scottsdale, drinks tequila every day. Everyone in there's a drinker. But we don't do any diets. Like his thing is the diet killer. So we
Nice.
basically teach you like how much of what to eat. And then it's up to you if you want to do keto or you want to stick with regular food or you want to do vegan or, whatever the hell you're into,
Hmm.
you can make anything work. Because dude, when you do those crash diets or those hardcore diets, like one, usually give up, I would say around day 4.
Yeah.
When most people say, fuck this, it's not for me.
Hmm.
And two, if you do stick with it, it fucks with your head.
No, I
And
agree.
if and it's that strict and you start to get down on yourself if you slip and eat some cookies
Hmm.
or you get frustrated if you don't actually go through with it and then you slip back even farther than you were before.
Yep.
Dude, diets are fucking terrible for
So
mental health.
when I did it, I did those diets. You experiment, right? Everybody experiments.
Yeah, totally.
So I did them, and when I was trying to cut weight, I was going insane.
Right.
Like any little thing would fucking annoy me. Anything like anybody said something, I get annoyed with little shit as it is now,
Hmm.
and I'm normal. So that just amplifies it to
Yeah.
like 20%, whatever.
Right.
And and the opposite. When I was trying to gain weight, when I was 190 pounds at 6'3", and I'm trying to gain weight, trying to eat as much as I can throughout the day is a fucking challenge.
It totally is.
It's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna eat, like you said, chicken breasts, rice, broccoli, whatever it is. Hour and a half later, yeah, I'm not really hungry, but I gotta eat. I gotta drink this protein shake. Okay, cool. 2 hours later, eat another meal, and that cycle
Yeah.
continues. And once you get through like little over half the day, you're like, I'm good for the day. I don't want to eat anymore, man. This is fucking
Right.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm, so the struggle is on both ends. It's not, the
Right.
way I see it. It's not just losing weight. It's also gaining weight for those who are
100%.
trying to, and like you said, sometimes even when you gain weight or trying to build muscle, you just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna cheat and just do this. I'm gonna cheat and do that, and I'm just gonna, and then you go too far. You
Hmm.
overshoot your goal. I did that when I was at 265 pounds, which was my heaviest. And it was
Yeah.
ridiculous. I was like, whoa, what the fuck did I do? I went too far, but I got so comfortable and so lazy. You know. Anyway,
Yeah.
the point is, to your point, eating right, but having a good mental health is important. And that's why I like the earn your booze concept because, I like we said earlier, full circle. Other places will say, hey, eat this, but don't drink. No alcohol, no wine, no nothing. This is a strict diet. But yet mentally you're fucked up.
Yeah.
A beer at night would have saved me. A nice cocktail would have made me feel a little at ease. You know what I mean? Okay, you know what? This is not exactly, this is outside my macros or whatever you're doing, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
And you're not that far off the goal is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And when those diets say no alcohol, my main question is why?
Yeah.
Why the hell not? Why not? Like what happens a lot of time is people that will give that advice are coming from a place of where they want their clients or whatever just to be sober, maybe because they are, or that's we acknowledge that alcohol is a toxin. It's not a great thing to put in your body. It's not fucking fish oil, and it's not water. It's not healthy. But,
I love that's where you went with that. I love that you said fish oil. You didn't say it was vegetable juice. You didn't say it was V8 or some shit. You said fish oil. I love that you went there with that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I got distracted.
And we acknowledge that, So my question is is always why? Well, why can't I have that? Like what is the point? So we want people to work hard and take care of themselves so they can live longer. But at the same time, you can't take that too fucking serious to where over here, if this is all the fun stuff, like the beer and wine and everything, you can't just throw that out the window because, you might get hit by a bus and be in great shape and you never got to fucking go out and hang out with your friends. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really use the word balance, but I like to think of I want to have a good mix of both sides. I want to be healthy and work for longevity is my thing now. Right?
Yeah.
I've got kids and I'm growing. I'm not getting younger, right? Sometimes I look like it, depending how hard I'm working in the gym. I feel like I go backwards sometimes, which is great. But you don't want to take all that stuff too seriously and never have any fun. Never enjoy a good beer. Never, you know what I mean? So
no doubt.
That's why you gotta have a good mix of everything,
I think, and not to take anything away from the nutrition guide and the challenge that you guys are putting together, but I think the biggest thing is being self-aware of what's happening, right? It's like I have a hard night of drinking. I'm not thinking about eating, carrot sticks and shit like that. I'm like, hey, get the pizza, get the wings. By the way, today's National Chicken Wing Day, so.
I got a Zips right around the corner.
So you're not thinking about that, but the next day you're like, okay, fuck, I spoiled the hell out of myself last night. Let me be smart about the rest of the week. Or let me be smart about what's going on the next couple days. And that's really where I think, your guide helps out, because a lot of people will say, well, if I went this far, fuck it, I can just keep going. Not going to make a difference. But then you can say, hey, it's all right. You had fun. Now let's come back to reality. Let's come back to what's really going to happen. And I think that's where a lot of people can look to you and your team for that help.
Yeah, because again, it's for drinkers by drinkers. The website is nutritionfordrinkers.com. We totally acknowledge that people that come to us want to keep drinking and are going to keep drinking. So we're not going to say just eat carrot sticks, and we acknowledge we know you still want burgers and tacos, and all these fun things. You're gonna have to work to fucking have them, but we're gonna show you how you can do it.
Yeah,
you can still drink what you want.
Awesome. So nutritionfordrinkers.com. What other resources do we have that we have on shout out real quick?
Earnyourbooze.com is where we have all of our apparel. So you can go there. We ship here from Phoenix. If you can find me, hit me up, and there's sometimes maybe a discount.
Nice.
Maxallotment and stuff like that.
Code Maxallotment. I don't know how that works, but try it. See what happens. Thank you for. I know this was a short one, but this was just a quick one-on-one. I wanted to shout out the nutrition guide and the challenge. Is the challenge they sign up for nutritionfordrinkers.com?
Yeah. So right now it's running right now for the next couple of days, and the next one's going to start, we think, in October. So we'll announce that, but you can go look at the website and just kind of see some info on there.
Okay.
And then soon enough, we're going to have a sign-up form in the next couple of days on there, so you can at least be notified when we're going to start again.
Nice. Justin, thank you for being here. I appreciate you connecting. I look forward to our next conversation where we're not talking about something as serious as food and, what we have to worry about eating and not eating and everything else. And we can just drink and bullshit. Thank you for joining. Thank you for connecting. Any questions about Earn Your Booze, Earn Your Tacos, Earn Your Donuts, Earn Your Brunch, Earn Your Wine, Earn Your Tequila, all the shits, hit up Justin, Earn Your Booze at Earn Your Booze, IG. I'll include it in the description. But thank you, Justin, for connecting. And I definitely want to be a part of the next event when that ever happens. I'll come by and I'll be that annoying guy in the corner who's asking people questions. So let's do it.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, man. Take care, man. Thank you.
All right, see you.
Bye.